Aloha mai kākou. I'm Kahu Kalani Wong, member of the Wisdom of Kalaupapa Steering Committee. March 2020 proved to be a pivotal date in the mind of us all. It marked the unprecedented closing down of life as we knew it, when the coronavirus spread rapidly, causing nations to shut their doors. For over a year, we've lived in a fear of what was to happen as COVID-19 affected every corner of the world. So many people became gravely ill. So many lives were lost. Result was that folks lived in fear. So what would it take to move from this fear to a place of faith? Perhaps the best way is to answer this question, to look at the lives of those who've been able to rise above and find a new life in the midst of a challenging time. The Wisdom of Kalaupapa interactive curriculum is designed to aid the participant in being able to find hope in the most difficult of situations, to move from fear to faith. Using the backdrop of Kalaupapa, the study takes us through 5 modules. Module 1, From Fear to Faith, Personal Response to Crisis. Module 2, From Separation to Restoration, Disruption of Ohand. Module 3, From Despair to Hope, the Long Haul. Module 4, From Oppression to Freedom, Speaking Your Truth. And Module 5, From Estrangement to Forgiveness, Living into God's Future. Each module will include a study of scripture, stories of the Hansen disease patients who make Kalaupapa settlement their home, whether it's via video or family sharing. We'll have mele or music of that vahipana, and an exploration through small group discussion of the module's topic. The presentation will be done in small groups, whether live or via video, depending upon the rules of gathering in place at that time. Here are a couple of testimonies of participants from our previous modules.
So I participated in the Wisdom of Kalaupapa seminars as a witness, and I learned a lot about what took place. I had heard about Kalaupapa, and I had even read a little novel, but this was very comprehensive view of what happened from the beginning and how the people were separated from their families, and they tried to put them out of sight, out of mind. But what they did is they created a colony of people who suffered greatly from starvation and deprivation for quite a while. And so there was a very tragic element to learning about it. But things progressed, and that's what we learned, how a community was formed, how help was sent, how God entered the picture really, and the people started getting ministered to spiritually and doing that themselves and sharing their lives there. So that was a beautiful thing to see how they created a life under the most austere conditions. And then I hadn't known that the Queen and the monarchy played a role in that episode of time also. That was through letters, and that was also very beautiful to find out. And then it ended on a very good note, I would say, because the last segment that I remember well was when they actually interviewed family members who had people in Kalaupapa or people in Kalaupapa who had family members that they somehow managed to reconnect with after Hansen's disease had been cured, and some of them were leaving. So that segment brought all of us a lot of joy, those interviews. And so I just want to say that I felt very enriched by the program, and I recommend it to anyone to see. Thank you.
I hope you learned a little bit about our program through the testimonies of those who have been a part of our presentations. If you'd like to schedule a presentation yourself, please reach out to us at wisdomofkalaupapa@gmail.com. Send us a quick note and we'll get right back to you. Leave us your email and address or a phone number that we can call you back at, and we'd be pleased to be able to schedule something for you. Thank you for taking your time to view this, and I hope that you might be able to stay safe, be kept strong, and be able to move from a place of fear to faith as we grow in this time. Ahui ho, malama pono, kia kuopu.